Imagine being stuck in a body that you absolutely hate. A body that you wake up and you don't respect. Getting up in the morning, looking yourself in the mirror and feeling ashamed of what you see. Ashamed of the person that you are. My client, Marcus, wasn't just ashamed of what he looked like, but he was ashamed of the person he was. He was someone who was very shy, had no confidence in his capabilities. Always the one in the back of the room, the quiet one, would never stand up, would never put his hand up for anything. He was afraid to take opportunities when they came. So every time there was an opportunity, like a pay rise or another job or a new position at work, or if a girl came, he wouldn't take the opportunity because his old identity wouldn't allow him to. I've been working with Marcus for the last 4 months, and we've changed him from that old identity, skinny, iron board, into a fucking new man. A man that he's extremely proud of. A man that trusts himself and his own word. A man who is confident in his own capabilities and now is looking for more opportunities. He didn't just change his body, but he changed the way his mind works. He looks fucking insane. Well, let's see what Marcus has to say after 16 weeks in our 0 to Alpha program. Yo, Marcus, bro, you look fucking amazing, bro.
Nah, I'm trying to stay humble, man. Trying to stay humble, man.
You honestly look like Bruce Lee into the Dragon, bro. Ultra
After the
strong.
pump, yeah.
After the pump.
Yeah. It's been an eventful 4 months.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah.
Before you joined my coaching, bro, what was life like for you day to day?
For honestly, just a struggle. Struggle for just survival, basically. Pretty down bad in like shit situation, living paycheck to paycheck, insecure, just fearful of like being judged, seen. Obviously at the start, just hanging around, hanging for the weekend, just to distract myself from just life, babe. Just life, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to distract myself from discomfort and just situations of life.
Why do you think you're living like that, bro?
Honestly, it's just because of my mentality and just the way, like, partying was the easy choice. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, it was easier just to like go out, get fucked up, party, and then just back to normal. You know what I mean? Back to the weekend, back to work, back to
100%.
regular day life. Yeah,
100%. It's the most common cycle that men get stuck in, bro. You know, especially
yeah,
your age. Men your
yeah.
age, bro, in particular, always get stuck in that cycle of just working that 9 to 5, busting their asses off, you know, making good money. But then after that 9 to 5, you know, it's so easy to just go live for the weekend.
Mm,
A lot of men, not even just your age, I'm talking about 22 to 30 years old, live the same cycle for years,
yeah.
5 to 10 years. You know, it's all right when you're young, but then you realize when you get to like 28 to 30, what have you really built for yourself? And it's fucking nothing, you know?
No, exactly. Yeah.
All of that time you could have spent developing yourself, developing a skill, you know, you've just wasted it,
Mm,
essentially. Yeah, 100%.
yeah, that's exactly it, man.
Yeah. What were you struggling with the most before we started working together?
Probably my mental health. That was one of the main struggles. My self identity, constant battles of war, like internally with myself, trying to figure out who I am as a person, and especially where I want to go in life, and like especially the plan for the future. I was pretty lost before we started working to like before I reached out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you reckon changed?
What helped me at first to realize that I needed to make the change was just my family and
Mm,
especially like my friends. They supported me through my darkest times, and without them, like I honestly wouldn't be here today, basically. And to like show them that I really appreciate them for what they're doing for me or what they've done for me, I'm trying to show them that I'm actually doing the work this time
nice.
and not just like brushing it over, you know?
100%. 100%.
Yeah,
That's beautiful, bro.
yeah,
Yo, you know, being a man, especially an Asian man, that's what we care about the most, eh, which is family. Both of our parents are immigrants. You know, they came to Australia and New Zealand to bring us a better life. So it's kind of our job, it's kind of our duty to make something of ourselves, to make them proud, you know?
yeah,
What was your
exactly
biggest
right.
what was your biggest fear or hesitation about signing up for coaching?
Oh, probably just the judgment of others, basically. Or well, it was one of those. It's like, wow, what does this guy think he's like trying to like better himself? You know what I mean? Or this guy's trying to like clout chase, basically. It's just the fear of others, or like just the judgment of being like misunderstood.
Yeah.
That was one of the like the hesitant that made me hesitant about signing up in the program,
Yeah.
and also fear of letting my bad habits spill into the program.
Mm.
So basically, like just going out, drinking, just partying, just doing the dumb shit, the
Mm.
bad habits. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But what made you finally take action?
Like I've had a long and hard conversation with myself, and it was a pretty tough conversation to have with yourself, especially
Yeah.
that I just needed a fucking change, man. Like I can't keep living like the way I have for years, and like some things need to change. Like if nothing changes, then nothing changes. You know what I mean? And
100%.
change doesn't start until it's with you.
Yeah, 100%. Was there a
Yeah.
moment in your life that you realized something had to change? Was there a moment?
Probably last year, man. Last year was probably like the hardest year of my life.
Mm.
I'd probably say because anything you could think of that was bad or that could happen to someone, like I was going through it. Like
Damn.
I've lost a few people that I've cherished. I've lost a few people in my life that I've cherished. I was fucking homeless at one point, bro. Like I was sleeping in my fucking car, G. Like just living paycheck to paycheck, going to work, all that. Like fuck, bro. I was in a pretty bad situation,
Mm.
and if it wasn't for like my family and friends, then like yeah, that made me like the biggest wake up call, basically.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love that, bro. I love that, man. But now look at you, bro. Doing extremely better, yeah?
Mm.
Was there, I mean, how has this helped you in your everyday life, with work? What improvements can you see now?
Um, Probably just my mental. My mental has changed a lot because of this program. The way I see things and situations from not from a victim mentality mindset anymore, but from an abundance mindset.
Mm.
So basically, instead of just being like, "Oh, why the fuck's this happening to me?" or "Why that person like saying shit about me?" You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's different perspectives on like how the situation is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Because if you keep thinking in that victim mentality, you always blame the world, blame others for your actions. But
Mm.
as a man, if you want to proceed in life, if you want to progress in life, you have to take full accountability for everything you do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Even if the problem or the situation wasn't caused by you,
Mm.
you get more if you do blame yourself for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're more opted to learn from the situation rather
Mm.
than thinking you're not the problem at all and you don't need help.
Yeah.
Yeah. What has
Exactly.
what's been the most valuable part of this journey for you?
Learning that the habits and the choices that we make today will honestly shape the future of our tomorrow.
Mm.
I don't know if I said that right, but yeah. And proving to myself that over time, through consistency and patience, hard work, that your hard work does pay off in the end.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah.
What were some accomplishments we achieved together while on this program, in your fitness, your work life, social life?
Just trying like my hardest at everything, even like the most tedious tasks, like making sure I'm doing it properly and correct
Mm.
and efficient.
Mm.
That's with work. With family, I've because of my new structure, I'm able to spend time with those I care about, like family, friends, while I'm trying to focus on goals and my projects as well.
Nice. Good stuff,
Yeah.
man. You now got that unrelenting work ethic inside you, bro. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that
Finally,
dog.
man.
You got that dog in you, bro. Some people don't think this can be taught, bro. Like work ethic, but you can. Straight up, it can
Mm.
be taught. People think that you have to be born from nothing or you have to go through certain situations, but that's not it. If you can be consistent in one thing, you can be consistent in the other. You know,
Mm.
if you can be consistently inconsistent, then you can also be consistently consistent as well. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
it does sound pretty weird, does sound pretty odd, but it's literally true. You know, habits
Yeah.
could be taught. Habits could be taught. It's just when you were younger, habits are taught much easier and more programmed into you, you know, from your parents. And as you
Yeah.
grow older, habits are more harder to be programmed inside you. But you can still change. You can still change who you are. You know, it just takes trying
Mm.
to find the flame, trying to light the flame inside of you.
Yeah.
What would you say to
Knowing your
someone?
reasons why.
What was that?
Knowing your reasons why,
100%, bro.
basically. Yeah.
100%. And if you have a strong enough reason why, bro, then you can fucking accomplish anything in this world. Straight
Yeah.
up.
You're right.
100%, bro. 100%. The reason why a lot of people fail is because they don't have a strong enough reason why. You know,
Mm.
for example, a guy at school, a student at school who absolutely hates school. He hates school. He hates learning. Um, as soon as he leaves school, he already knows he wants to be a trader. He wants to be, I don't know, he wants to be a mechanical or plumber. Yeah.
Mm.
He's probably not gonna fucking try in school. You know, he's
Yeah.
not gonna try in the tests. He's not gonna try. He's not gonna try to do homework or anything because his vision's already set on doing something else. You know, so he
Mm.
doesn't have enough reason to be at school compared to someone who wants to go to uni, compared to someone who wants to be a doctor or a lawyer that needs to, um, you know, actually do extremely well in high school so they can get, you know, like uni merits. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
person's gonna go extremely high. He's gonna show up to school on time, do all his homework on time. He's gonna
Mm.
make sure he's number one in class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most basic
Puts in the
analogy I
work.
can give. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. What would you say to someone who's stuck in the same place as you were, but is scared to start?
Honestly, take the risk. Take that leap of faith. Because no matter where you are in life, it's not too late to start.
Mm,
And that it's not about the destination, but it's about who you become in the process of the journey.
mm,
Yeah.
most definitely, bro. 100%. And that's one thing that like a lot of people don't understand, you know. They feel as if the prize is, you know, the abs, the six
Mm.
pack, looking good, being confident. But that's not the prize. The prize
Mm.
is the man that comes from that journey to the abs. You know,
Yeah, the hard work gets you
yeah,
to it. Yeah.
100%. Building all of those consistent habits, building the discipline, learning a lot about yourself. You know, learning how to structure your diet, your day, how to keep yourself accountable, all that
Yeah.
knowledge acquired. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's kind of like if I was to give you $1 million today, you probably wouldn't know what to fucking do with it, bro. You'll
Bad.
probably blow it, G. You'll probably go buy a supercar. You'll probably go spend a hundred
Go
k
on
with your
holiday.
friends. You know, go on
Let's get
holiday.
it done real quick.
Exactly, and that 1 mil will run quick in
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 months. It's because you don't know what it takes to be $1 million man. You know, you've
Mm.
never made $1 million. You don't have the habits of $1 million man. You know, but
Mm.
that's because that's because the journey to become a millionaire is difficult. You know, you need to start businesses. You need to learn how to fail more. You need to learn how to run a team, be a leader. You know, there's so much attributes to becoming $1 million man. So that's why the millionaire knows what to do with that money.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, well, it's the exact same principle as this. You know, becoming that man is more important than actually reaching the destination.
Yeah. 100%.
100%. What was it like working with me as your coach, bro?
Oh, honestly, like it's like going to school and like knowing you have class with that one cool teacher. Yeah, strict. Let's say strict but fair, and honestly, like very understanding and down to earth,
Yo,
and
appreciate
somewhat a therapist. Let's say
it.
that.
Someone a therapist.
Yeah.
I feel like that is my job as well, bro, to be a therapist. Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It just comes with it. But I love it, bro. I love it. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I love meeting other people. I love meeting new people. Getting to see people grow. You know, I've seen you grow from, um, you know, this shy, unconfident. You know what I mean?
Ironing
nervous.
board.
Yeah, bro, ironing board, nervous kid, bro, to the man that you are now, you know what I mean? Yo,
Yeah.
yeah, and I can see how much you've changed as well. You told me at the start why you wanted to do this. You wanted to do it for your family, you wanted to do it for yourself, you wanted to become a
Mm.
man who can, you know, be the foundation for your family, a man who doesn't have to rely on motivation anymore, doesn't rely on emotions, it just gets the work done, and that's who you are, bro, you know?
Yeah.
You worked extremely hard in this program, bro, and I know in your future that you're gonna go and do amazing things now.
Mm.
Yeah, you have that foundation now, bro. So like anything is possible, anything's limitless.
Yeah.
100%. If you could have, if you could say one more final thing to anyone that could be watching this, what would you say?
About the program or
Just
like starting?
yeah, about life, about anything, bro.
Uh, if I could say one thing, I'd probably say don't care what too much about what other people think,
Mm,
because one, they don't live the life that you live,
mm,
and they've certainly never fought the battles you fought. So
mm.
fuck what people think. At the end of the day, it's your life, you know?
100%, 100%. I like that, bro. I like that. Fuck
Yeah.
everybody else. Straight up. Just dial in with your life, your family. And when you're a man who knows his values, knows his morals, has direction in your life, has purpose, wants to just focus on him and his family, then you're going to be too busy to get into anyone else's drama anyway.
No, exactly. Exactly
100%.
right, man.
100%. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you trusting me with this as well. Um, I wanted to also ask you, bro, what were some of the best parts about this program, bro? What do you think we did differently that made it unique or special?
Honestly, just having like that connection with you, and like obviously like knowing about talking about like each other, and just basically getting to know each other, that made that personal connection.
100%.
But then like also just like working working out and like having that guidance and knowing that like someone is there to actually like guide me through the things that I'm struggling with.
Yeah.
Especially like getting my ass towards the gym. Like I needed that motivation, eh? Just go, babe. Just go.
That's
Yeah. I need that extra push, man.
it, bro. That's it, bro. 100%. Well, appreciate you, brother. It was great talking to you. This is Marcus, boys. This is Marcus, guys. He fucking changed his life in 4 months. And if he can do it, you can do it as well, yeah? Do you recommend anyone doing this?
Anyone out there? Honestly, take the leap of faith. Like you wouldn't know what could happen in 4 months. Like exactly like me. I didn't know where the fuck I'd be in 4 months, but like here we are now today. You know?
Here we are now, 100%.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, bro. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.